Hey, what's good, awesome people? I hope all is well with you. Joshua Patwigi here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to this channel, welcome on board. After my previous video, many people, mainly the development team members, asked me when the product owner asked the development team to do unplanned work in the middle of the sprint, what should the development team do? If you're curious about what the development team should tell the product owner in this situation, don't go anywhere, folks. Stay on this video. Many organizations implementing Scrum don't really live the Scrum values. They do the Scrum mechanics, but not living the Scrum values. Whenever the product owner asks the development team to do unplanned work in the middle of the sprint, there must be mutual respect between the product owner and the development team. Respect is one of the Scrum values. The product owner must ask the development team with respect. Not underestimate the work that the development team does, and not using power and authority or even cajole and intimidate the development team to do the unplanned work. The product owner must be ready to trade the existing work in the sprint backlog with the unplanned work. Product owners who ask the unplanned work to be completed along with the planned work is disrespectful and only encourages the development team to cut quality and add technical debt in the product. Technical debt is a big problem in the industry, and because of this reason, I've made a video on technical debt. If you haven't watched that video, click the link up here to watch the video. The development team should also respect the product owner whenever this situation happens. Just like the product owner respects the development team should also respect that sometimes product owner needs to make tough decisions to keep the cash flow moving into the company. I've worked with many development teams who don't allow any unplanned work that emerges in the middle of the sprint without first hearing the product owner's reason. Development team who reject product owner's request without first hearing the product owner's reason and tell the product owner to bugger off is disrespectful and unprofessional. As the development team owns the sprint backlog, the development team should also ask two questions to the product owner, of course with respect, so they can decide whether the unplanned work should go into their current sprint backlog and be traded with the planned work. The first question the development team should ask the product owner whenever the product owner comes with an unplanned work in the middle of the sprint is, will this unplanned work help us achieve the outcome metric that we discussed during the sprint planning? If the development team and the product owner both agree that the unplanned work helps increase the outcome metric they discussed during the sprint planning, the product owner must trade it with the work that was planned during the sprint planning. If the unplanned work does not align with the team's current sprint goal, the product owner should be open to have the work done in the following sprint. Openness is another Scrum value. Sprint goal creates focus throughout the sprint. Besides respect, focus is another Scrum value. Many teams implementing Scrum have an output-driven sprint goal. Output-driven sprint goal just make the development team look like feature factory workers. If you're unsure whether the team's sprint goal is outcome-driven, click the link up here to watch the video I've made on outcome-driven sprint goal. Some unplanned work that emerges in the middle of the sprint is not feature-based. It could be a defect that's not even related with the sprint goal at all. If that is the case, the development team should ask the product owner, what's the cost of not fixing this defect in the current sprint? For example, if the product owner is able to quantify the cost of not fixing the defect is $100,000 every minute it's not fixed, then the development team should respect the product owner's decision and ask the product owner to trade the planned work with the defect, because if we wait until next sprint to fix the defect, the company may have gone bankrupt. So that is all from me today, folks. I hope this simple guideline can give you an overview on what to do whenever there is unplanned work that emerges in the middle of the sprint. Remember, what matters most is mutual respect between the product owner and the development team. Without respect, Scrum just becomes a mini waterfall. If you find today's video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button, or you can also buy me a coffee using the link up here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you until my next video. Until then, stay safe and Scrum on, folks.